What's going on, Vintage World? In today's video, we're going to be talking about modern t-shirts versus vintage t-shirts and why vintage always beats modern.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? Every time.
Going to make this a two-part series. This is going to be number one. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome home. My name is Marcus with Vintage Vibe Studios. I make digital assets for graphic designers to help them create more efficiently. Today, we're going to be talking about three main keys in modern graphic style versus vintage graphic style. Number one, we're going to be talking about technique and detail. We're going to be talking about aesthetics, and we're going to be talking about fonts. Let's go ahead and get started with technique and detail on the modern side. There's a couple of things that stand out. Number one, your colors are much more exact. With technology, it's easier to dial in the color than it was way back in the day. Number two, on the production side, you've got DTG, direct to garment, and DTF, direct to film. The third one, and I think the biggest, is the introduction to AI. The introduction to AI with ChatGPT or Nana Banana or whatever it is that you want to use has made graphic design so much easier. Now it doesn't matter whatever is in your head, you can basically write that out and come up with a prompt, and there you have it. However, on the vintage side, everybody likes that worn in kind of look or that grungy look, kind of like this. The distressing or the cracked ink look or feel is what really kind of sets apart the vintage look and style versus the modern. As far as the production or application portion, all we had was screen printing. That's why you get those colors that kind of look off. The base paint may be a little shifted, but it gives character to the shirt. And that's what we try to recreate when it comes to the vintage or bootleg style t-shirt. On to number two, aesthetics. When it comes to aesthetics on the modern side, I'm starting to notice a bunch of cyberpunk or cyber kitty or whatever it might be. Can you make her stop looking at me, please? Very uncomfortable. Versus the aesthetics on the vintage side, you have time. Just decades and decades and decades of time. From 60s psychedelic, 70s funk, 80s neon, 90s grunge, and even the classic cartoons. It all rocks from the older generation right down to the new. Classic stuff never changes. On to the third one, and what I feel is almost most important is fonts. Fonts can make or break your design. You're not going to use a 70s font on a 90s project or an 80s font on a 2000s project. The fonts really just don't work. On the modern side, you have fonts like Helvetica and Glacier. Whereas on the vintage side, you have classic fonts like Review and Akin. Those are just three main things that I can think of off the top that'll help me separate modern from vintage and why I always lean vintage. Like I said, this is going to be a two-part series. There's some other things that I want to talk about, but you let me know what you think down in the comments, modern or vintage. If you're looking to start your graphic design journey, I've got a free Vintage Vibe starter pack. You're gonna get a ton of stuff in it: textiles, textures, patterns, and design resources. I'll link that in the description below. Go ahead and grab yours today. If you got anything out of this, consider like, sharing, and subscribing. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.